Okay, our guest on this week's show is no doubt one of the best to ever put on a pair of gloves. He shared the ring with countless great fighters, from Muhammad Ali to Ken Norton, from Mike Tyson to Evander Holyfield. This man has participated in, if I'm not mistaken, 26 world title fights in his 75 fight career, compiling a record of 69 wins and 6 losses, 44 of those 69 wins by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, it is truly my pleasure to welcome to you Mr. Larry Holmes. Larry, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Glad to be there, man.
No problem. Okay, first and foremost, how are you and what do you get up to these days?
I'm not up to nothing, and my health is good, which we thank God on that. Just trying to do TV shows, making personal appearances and stuff like that. That's how I pay my rent now. I make personal appearances, and people, come out to the club or whatever, and we do a one-man show, stuff like that, and we bring my band sometimes, and they sing, and we got it going like that.
Are you doing okay these days though? Because I see that you've got a restaurant as well. I was actually looking at the menu of it the other day. It looks like they sell some really nice food, if I don't mind myself saying.
Well, I sold the restaurant now. I sold the restaurant
Oh,
a
you
couple
sold
weeks
it?
ago. So,
Okay.
yeah, I sold it. I've been in it a long time, so I wanted to get out of it. That's what I did.
I just want to reflect on your career. A few questions I want to ask about your career. Larry, what was the toughest fight of your career?
June 9th, 1978, when I fought Ken Norton.
Okay. And of all the fighters that you fought in your career, who had the best chin? I know that you fought Ray Mercer. Now, Ray Mercer is someone who Lennox Lewis says has the best chin he ever fought. Who's the best? Do you reckon he had the best chin of all the guys you fought?
Yeah, I think so, because I hit him pretty good. I hit him real good, and he took the punches, man. Ray Mercer was a hell of a guy, fought him hard, and, he was just a great guy.
Now, Larry, about getting, there was, of course, everybody knew that after beating Muhammad Ali, you got very upset. For those that may not know, why did this personally upset you as much as it did?
Ali was a good guy. He was my friend, and, he didn't need to take the punches that he took, and he wouldn't give up. So, I had to do what I had to do to hit him, and then, he kind of, it was a legend. He was my buddy. He was a friend of mine, and he kept me going, gave me an opportunity to work. He was a good guy, man.
And of course, everybody knows, if they've got a pair of eyes, that you yourself are probably one of the best, if not the best, jabbers of all time. What is the key to having such such a jab? The jab that you had was just incredible. As I say, one of the best of all time. How do you get a jab so good?
Well, I practice with the whip. When you practice with the whip, you know how to throw the jab. And that's the way I did. I practiced with the whip. And that jab whip out there that comes out like a whip, and you can't get away from it. That's how quick it is.
So you used to practice with the whip, and then you used to whip people with the jab.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now of course you were 48-0 at one stage, 48 fights unbeaten. You were one fight away from matching Rocky Marciano's record of capturing the heavyweight world title and winning 49 straight fights when you came up against Michael Spinks. Now, you lost via unanimous decision after 15 rounds. How controversial was that decision, in your opinion, looking back now?
Well, I think I won the fight, but again, you know how that is. Anything happened in Las Vegas, and it did. I didn't worry about it. Doing what I could do.
Another question I want to ask you for when you were coming up. Of course, you were a sparring partner for Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Ernie Shavers. Do you have any stories from those days there?
Oh, we got a lot of good stories. I mean, it was fun being around Joe Frazier. It was fun to be around Muhammad because, these guys had a lot of jokes, and they were really clever, and they was really good guys, man. I mean, if I had to do it all over again, I'd do it all over again with these same two guys, man, because they were great guys.
How close do you pay attention to the sport these days? How much boxing do you watch these days, Larry?
I watch it, but I don't but it's not as good as it used to be when I watched it, you know.
Of course.
But it was okay, you know.
Are you aware that, of course, Vladimir Klitschko lost his belts to an English guy called Tyson Fury?
I'm not glad. I don't really care. I really, because, you know, he wasn't, you know, with all that. Those guys still got a lot to learn because they're not Americanized. They don't fight like Americanized. So, they could have been better. Like I told them once I met them in Florida, I think it was, how to throw the jab, how you get that jab out there. And, you know, it took work for them to get it, and they didn't get it. But, you know, they were good fighters, you know, okay fighters.
I just wanted to also ask you, I forgot to ask you just earlier, of course, you did a lot of work back in the day with Ernie Shavers, and you fought him twice professionally. You beat him pretty easily the first time. You knocked him out the second time. Did he really hit as hard as what they say?
Well, I tell you what, I think so. I think he hit really hard. And they hit me, you know, I still feel it.
You still feel it?
The guy was good. The guy was good.
Taking yourself out of the equation, this is the last question I'm going to ask you, Larry. I don't want to keep you too long. This is the last question I'm going to ask. Taking yourself out of the equation, who are your top 5 heavyweights of all time?
Including me, or what?
Taking yourself out.
Well, you got to go with Muhammad Ali. You got to go with Joe Frazier. You know, you got to go with Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Kelly Norton. How many you want?
Just one more. You don't put Rocky Marciano in there, Joe Louis, no one like that, Jack Johnson?
No, I will put Jack Johnson in there, Joe Louis in there, then Marciano in there. Because Marciano was small. He wasn't a big heavyweight. He was little. And see, with little guys like that, Muhammad Ali wouldn't, you know, it's like Joe Frazier fighting Muhammad Ali. It's like Joe Frazier fighting Larry Holmes, you know. Mike Tyson, it's like if I was in the top condition as I was, Mike Tyson wouldn't have had a chance. But that's how the fight was. Because these small guys can't get to big guys like us.
Do you wish that you got that fight a little bit earlier than what it ended up taking place between you and Mike Tyson?
No, but I wish I could have got in shape and had another couple of weeks to get in shape.
Absolutely. So he's definitely not in your top 5 then, Larry, no?
Yeah, Mike Tyson is not in my top 5 list. So, you know, you got to, even like Marciano and Mike Tyson be about the same fight. It'd be a hell of a fight. And I think Marciano took a better punch than Mike Tyson did, you know, because they would fight. They similar fight. And Mike Tyson would have traded with him, and Marciano would have beat him to the punch. That's where I think.
Okay, excellent. Just before I sign you out, I just wanted to say, I wanted to give you the opportunity if you wanted to send a message to any UK fans that are listening.
Yeah, well, I was over in England, and a lot of my fans came out to meet and greet with me. I was over there with a guy named Spencer. Yeah, and Kenny. Kenny was a fighter, and I was over there with those guys, and we on a tour, and it was good. It was great. Yeah, and I keep up with Kenny all the time. Me and him talk a lot, you know. So our phone bill gets really heavy, but it's okay because Kenny is a nice guy, and Spencer, they're nice, and they brought me over to gave me money for 2 weeks, you know. It's great.
Excellent stuff. Okay, well, on behalf of myself and the rest of the English fans, thank you for that. We hope that you come over here sometime soon and we can get a chance to see you again.
You got to call Spencer and call Kenny and tell him to get me over there right away.
I'll be doing that as soon as I put the phone down.
You got it.
Okay, Larry, it's been an absolute pleasure interviewing a true legend of the sport. I wish you nothing but success with your ventures outside of boxing, and more importantly, good health and continued happiness in life. Larry, thank you so much for giving us a bit of time.
Thank you very much. All right.